What's up, everybody? Welcome back to IGN Live at San Diego Comic-Con. I'm Daemon Hatfield. I've got my man Eric Goldman here, and we are very lucky to be joined by the ladies of Community.
Hello,
ladies of Community. Yeah, it's party up in here.
So you're back here at Comic-Con. You guys are pretty much rock stars here at Comic-Con.
No, pretty much straight up rock stars.
Yes.
I mean, every year it's like you're getting elevated to the next bigger room. You're going to be in
Hall H
tomorrow, as big as it gets.
Pretty exciting.
Hall H.
It is. Are you excited for that?
Yeah. Yes.
I have a feeling that has something to do with Dan Harmon returning, and maybe not just our return to
Dan
Comic-Con.
Harmon's back?
Coming back.
Oh my gosh.
Spoiler alert.
Since you opened the door on that,
Yes.
Dan Harmon is returning to Community.
Yes!
Yvette, starting with you,
Yes.
When you heard this news, what was your reaction, and have you talked to him about where he's going to go?
I don't know what's coming up. I have talked to him, and I was shocked. I'm always shocked whenever anything happens for Community. I think I found out about Dan's return on Twitter, like I find out about everything. So, yeah, it was really exciting, though. We're really happy to have him back.
And Gillian, obviously it's funny, like this past year on Community, there was a lot of things going on behind
Pay no
the
attention
scenes.
to the stick mic that's coming up here.
I just have a power. I can make mics levitate.
He's getting very excited over here.
Gillian, for you this past year, it's like, people are, talking about turbulence on Community, things changing on Community. When you come to Comic-Con, though, and you see that fan reaction, is that just a nice, reminder of this is why we do it, and that it is just connecting with people that much?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, Comic-Con was the first place that we realized that we actually had a rabid, devoted fan base, and that first year that we came out and they gave us a standing ovation and I started to cry.
Cried.
Yeah, it really made us feel like, oh, there are people out there that we're making this show for. So anytime we get to come back and be in front of them and thank them, I think it always sort of, it's like a vow renewal for the show with us. We're renewing our vows to the show coming to Comic-Con. So happy to be here.
By the way, I feel like a game show host now with this mic. But
It's very Bob Barker.
Thank you. Allison, I know that you guys don't know any specifics about what's coming up on the show, but is there anything you're hoping to see? Obviously, some things have changed for the show. A couple of characters have graduated. Jeff has graduated. Any idea how he might be sticking around?
I have no idea. I don't know why you would think I would have any idea. I'm glad I got to field this question. Community is always in a state of flux, and we always have an amazing writing team. I think having Dan back, I'm just excited in general to see what he's going to do, how we look back on things we may have done, and yeah. So I don't have any. I have not thought of anything in particular that I'd like to see. I'm more just like, what's he going to do? I'm excited.
We're all wondering. Donald Glover, love Donald Glover, but he is taking a reduced role this season. Well, we'll still see him, but a handful of times. How do you feel about that, and how do you think about Troy kind of veering in and out of that? Have you talked to Donald about that?
We're sad, of course, because Donald is like one of the heart of the show, and Troy is, Troy and Abed and all that. But at the same time, he's so talented in every way, and if he wants to follow his dreams and go in another direction, who can stop someone from following their passion? You know what I mean? So I'm just grateful we have him for the 5 that we're going to have him for, and we're going to miss him, but I'm happy for him that he's getting to branch out and do what he loves, something else that he loves.
Yeah. I've spoken to Donald, and of course, selfishly, you would want him there for all 13, but I don't think any of us want to stand in the way of him doing what he wants to do. So he's a little bird. He's flying the nest. And he always have a home, a community.
A little nest home. That's where birds live.
Thanks, Al.
And,
You're welcome.
Talking about the fans, this show has such a rabid fan base. A few months ago, there was Communicon, a fan-made, community-specific convention. Yvette, Gillian, you went to that. What do you think it is about this show that is tapped in with the audience in such a way that they make art and they express themselves in so many ways?
I think that everyone on our show is a misfit in some way, and what's great about the study group is that we support and love each other through our quirks and craziness. And I think the fans that enjoy the show, they either have that in their lives or wish they had that in their lives, where their quirks and weirdness is celebrated and understood. And so I think Greendale kind of feels like home to them, and we're glad about that, because all of us, if you've seen enough interviews of us, we're all kind of weird and quirky in really interesting ways, and we're accepted. We accept each other and whatnot. So I think they kind of feel that, and that's why they feel like they're part of us. And
I also feel like we're so connected with the fans because we say it time and time again that they're the reason that we're on the air, and they really are in a very literal way with the show again and again. We're always on the bubble. The fans are always fighting, and they are the ones that save us. So it is sort of like they have a stake. They're like honorary producers on the show by now. So it's, I think that's why we're also so connected, that we're just like, they know what a big part of that they are, and that we couldn't do it without them.
We're also like an open secret in that most of the country doesn't know that we exist, and yet we're on network television. So I think it's an interesting dynamic, when you're like a fan of a show, and I feel like when I leave the bubble of LA and people are like, what do you do for a living? And I'm like, oh, I'm on a television show. And
like first season?
Yeah. What network is it on? It's on NBC. One of the main ones. But I think that also intensifies their feelings of like, it's their show. It's their show much more than if you're a fan of a show that everyone is talking about and millions and millions and millions of people are watching. That's sort of America's show, but we're our fans' show.
And then we're also accessible too. Like from the beginning, we've been on Twitter, and we write back to our fans, and we know it's to the point now where we've had such a interactive relationship with most of them that when we see them, we know them. If we don't know their faces, we know their Twitter names, and they come to all the panels and stuff. So it really feels like they are part of the family. They're with us.
Ladies, we have to let you go to your next appointment.
No!
I know. It's
This is going to be your favorite.
Me.
Yes,
It's not me. It's your handlers. But thank you so much for stopping by.
I'd like to leave you with this.
Yes.
Oh,
the ceremonial passing of the
Many
lunacy cap.
people
Belongs
ask.
to Joel McHale.
Now
it belongs
people
to
ask
you.
for that
All right,
hat.
Joel.
Now you absorb Jill's power.
Joel's never getting this sucker back. Okay, this is, he's never getting this sucker
Powered
back.
up. You powered up.
Thank you. Community back in NBC mid-season.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
wait, syndication,
oh,
September
oh.
16th.
September
Across
16th.
the Nation, September 19th on Comedy Central, and the DVD's out August 6th.
That's an important detail.
August 6th.
That's an important
Yes.
detail.
September 19th, 16th.
And 16th.
And 16th.
19th.
We're everywhere starting September
Everywhere.
16th.
Discover us anew.
Community.
We will be back in just a few moments after this break.
Cool. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.